Let's just continue with the previous video. So I was saying that can you have some other function? Definitely you can have some other function, like supposedly I have def usage, right? And in that usage now, yeah, see, you have to pass the object. That is compulsory in any function you do. Since it is going to be an object, you have to call. If you don't call object, then it's all cool, right? If you need not to do this for object, then don't pass anything. I can simply print hello, and I can use car dot what was the name? It was usage. Simply printed hello, and if I try to do it like Maruti, now it will give you an error, right? Because we have not written XYZ over here, right? No need to write XYZ again. You can write self over here or any other name. Now it won't be an issue. Wait. Yeah, see, it gave you hello. So if you don't want that it should be an object method, it should be just a car method, then just don't do it, right? It's as simple as that. Don't do that. But if you want that, okay, my object should also use it, then you have to write self. Good. So what I'll do in usage is that I'll be taking the current year, and what I'll be doing is that I'll return current year, and this is a local object. So since this is a local object, right, local variable, so that I need not to write self dot or xyz dot, right? So for your convenience, let me write okay, let's just write self over here. Understand the complexity, right? So I can write current year minus self dot year, right? So basically, what is the current year? If I subtract it from the year when I bought it, definitely it will tell you that approximate usage, that how much it was used for itne years. So it's not that you need to return, you can also make a print. So this is what I did, right? So Maruti is already there. Let me just remove all this stuff. Okay, so you have already done this. All this is set. So I should call Maruti dot usage and say it is 2020 now, right? What? It has no attribute. Sorry, again a typo. Really sorry. So this is 1976, means I have been using my car for 1976 years. Like, okay, because I typed over here. Let it be 2000, right? 20 years, right? So you can also do the print, right? Let's just do the print. This car is used for %d years. Cool. Let me have this in a bracket, and there you go. This car is used for 20 years, right? So that is how you can do. Now, we did one inbuilt method which was init. Let us do one more inbuilt method, right? Because see, I could have told you this inbuilt method yesterday itself, but I didn't, right? Because I feel that okay, you should just do the things in a manner that you are able to grasp it, right? So one by one we'll be doing. So this is there. Again, we have to call self, or you can also call xyz, right? Your wish. Or you can again give a different name, a, right? You can have different names as you want. Now, what is this used for? This is that this, first of all, it's an str, which means definitely related to string. So whatever it will return or print, that should be a string, right? A non-string is not allowed. And also one thing, let me show you now where it is used. Just a second, just give me a second. If I write print Maruti, see, it did hello. It surely print hello, but it also showed error because it says this returned non-string. it returned none type. When you didn't return anything, you know what is the type of print? The type of print is none type. You can check it also, like type of print none type, right? So it should always return something which is of string. You can have a print statement as well, but you have to return also. So generally, okay, let me write hello 123 so that you can distinguish. See, now it doesn't show error, right? So better thing is that we don't go for print, we just do for return. Okay, so what is the significance of this, right? Return, uh, you are in a car showroom, supposedly, right? And now when you print Maruti, it said you are a car showroom. Now why we override this method, right? I said these are the built-in methods. So if I'm writing something, which means I'm overwriting it. Now why I override? See, because if this wasn't there, it will give me this information. Now this information is not meaningful in practical scenarios. If you are having this for a software, so definitely this is not something which anyone requires, right? This is definitely not something which is meaningful. So we override it. And now it says you are in a car showroom, right? So you can also make it return this. Okay, no, let's just return, um, let it be percent. Okay, let it be, what should we write? Should we write that you bought a car, or you have a car of this color, you have a car Maruti 800 of color this, you bought it in this year, right? Let's just write you bought a you bought a Maruti 800 of silver color in the year whatever it is, right? So now we can just have a portion and we will just write the parameters. So this is xyz dot. Now why we writing xyz, right? Because it is a journalized thing. Like definitely we'll be making some another object which is odd. So this is just a journalized thing. So I'll be writing xyz dot name, comma xyz dot color, comma xyz dot year, right? So we executed it. So now let's just print Maruti. What is the thing we did wrong? It says that car has no attribute name. What? So it is something where we did error. xyz dot name, xyz dot color, xyz dot. You bought a car of this color in the year this. It should not give me error. Okay, maybe some wrong thing. I didn't execute this, right? So yeah, so make sure you execute this. So you bought a car Maruti 800 of silver color in year 2000, right? So this is just a method through which you can overwrite this whatever when you print the object. So what it should print. No, that's totally under your control, right? And one more thing, like should I just wrap up this session over here and continue from the next session? Okay, before that, let's just do one more thing. We have time even, let's do, supposedly I have a function concat, right? Let's just write self. And what do I do is I pass any two variables and I return their sum, right? I can also, now what I can do is I can write over here Maruti dot, just press tab, it will, autocomplete. Oh my god, what is this? Okay. Okay, now it won't be an issue. So Maruti dot tab. Okay, sorry. So this, Okay, so it was a markdown. That was the issue it was showing to me. So what should we do is, let's just have it like Maruti dot concat, and let me pass two strings, right? Let me pass my name. So it just concatenated, right? So these are the various functions which you can have inside. You can also provide lists. Okay, now one very interesting thing, again an interesting thing. If you say this is the concatenation, right? I write concat again, and now I take three lists or three things, and now I concatenate. And you think that okay, I'll pass two attributes and it should do the first one, right? But it says require positional argument L3, right? So here in Python there is no concept of overriding. This is called overloading. What does overloading means? Overloading means that you have same name functions, right? So one is here, one is here, but they are differing in number of arguments. So this is an obvious thing, a common sense thing we expect from interpreter, that if I give just two arguments, which are kind of three because that will be Maruti, comma Simran, comma Kalra, so it should go for this, right? But in Python, there is no such concept. In C++, Java, yes, there is a concept, but here it isn't. You have, it will be written. Definitely, it will not give me error that um, why you did it. Now it's cool, right? So there is no concept of function overloading. This is called overloading, right? Overriding is there. Why it is overriding? Because this overrided this method, but so due to which only the latest definition is considered, right? And definitely you can have something without in it as well. And what is the advantage of that, or what is a disadvantage of that, I will leave that as of homework. And explore it yourself, run it yourself. And it's people say oops is very difficult. I don't say it's difficult, right? It's easy. From the further playlist or the lecture series, we'll be taking into consideration inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, all those concepts, duck typing, like whatsoever you can name in oops. I'll try to cover it all. But one thing which I want from your end is that you make sure you practice, right? And if you want, I can give you questions for the practice, but for that just email me concepts in depth and easy at the rate of gmail.com. Till then, happy learning, have a good time. Bye bye.